How do you know if you're putting one foot forward at a time that I'm not getting the right things? Like, what does that look like? And that because that applies not just going from 0 to 1 to getting my first customer, but applies to creating content and like a lot of different things, right?
Yeah, that idea of confirmation bias, that like founder's bias of like my idea is great,
Oh yeah.
is
It's
a
gotten
very
so extreme for me. Like my first instinct, I'm like, there's a reason I'm wrong. I got to figure out why. Yeah.
it's a very real thing. And I find that, at some point everyone has this moment of truth, either because you've run out of runway or you're X amount of time in, and you're just not where you thought you would be. In in either case, it's really good to i- periodically to set up some date in the future where you sit down and have that moment. It's almost like a planned moment where you review what's gone on. So I've tried this, it's not happening. And then you make a decision. Am I moving forward, or am I winding this up, kind of thing. But I think it does help. I know, um, in the last startup that we had, and in the last startup, we actually set up dates. We would say, okay, we're going to speak on this day, and we're just going to review where we're at. It was a planned come to Jesus moment. It wasn't a spontaneous thing. It was actually planned, and I think that that was really helpful. And at the point at which we decided to wind things down, it was during one of those planned meetings where we said, okay, here's what we've done. We're not able to sell, the product for as much as we thought we were. Our runway is X amount of time left. Um, it's going to be a slog to get to where we want to go. Does everyone really want to go through that? And we all just said no, and we made the decision. I think that that's really important to do, because it gives you, as opposed to, just keep running and running, and not, and just coming to the end of that road and saying, "Oh, now I'm fucked." You're actually intermittently forcing yourself to evaluate.